Hi guys, it's Naturally Mary here. If you are new to my channel, welcome to the family. Be sure to subscribe before you leave. Today's video is a highly requested video. You guys are always asking about my makeup, so I'm going to show you guys the process that I go through to get my makeup to look the way that it does. In a previous tutorial, I did share that I'm always leery about doing makeup tutorials because I don't feel that it's fluid on camera, just the application process, but I am going to show you guys just because you asked. If you want to see more makeup tutorials, then let me know. I'll try to do them as much as possible, but yeah, let's see how it goes today. So I always start the makeup application process by priming my face, and I like to use Rimmel London Matte Primer. That's really good for helping to make sure that my makeup is not oily throughout the day. I've tried other primers, but this one is my go-to. I love this primer. I like to apply it everywhere, including my eyebrows. After priming my face, I like to add my foundation. I don't start with my eyebrows first. I like using Mayebelljne Fit Me Foundation Poreless Finish in color 360. That's a perfect match for my face. Although it doesn't show up well on camera, and you guys will see that in a bit, but I love that foundation and it's really affordable. I don't believe in spending a whole lot of money on foundations if I don't have to, and this foundation does a job. As you all notice, I kind of pour it from the bottle onto my face, and then I use an oval brush to blend it in. And for me, this kind of just helps to eliminate mess or reduce the mess that may be caused with the foundation application process. I don't like to pour it on the brush first because I'm a bit clumsy and sometimes it ends up on my clothing, so I tend to just do it this way. After applying my foundation, I like to begin adding my concealer to highlight my face, and I use 3 different concealers. I usually just make a little blob on my hand and just mix all 3. I guess I could do this in a little container or something, but I generally just put it on my hand and then apply it to my face. You may have one color that works for you, go for it, but these are the colors that I like to use. So I like to use MAC Longwear Pro Concealer in NC45. I also mix LA Girl Pro Concealer in medium beige and also warm honey. I just feel like that mixture just works. I haven't found one concealer that I like for my highlighting, so yeah, that's what I use. So I start by applying it under my eyes first and then on the bridge of my nose. Follow that up with my forehead, and then I just blend it all with my beauty blender. Now we're looking a little interesting right now, but it's gonna come together, trust me. So I like to dip my beauty blender into warm to hot water. I've noticed that when my beauty blender is warm and also wet, that my makeup application turns out so much better. So now I'm just blending until there are no more harsh lines and everything looks cohesive, and then I'll move on to the contouring process. Although I did not place concealer on my upper lip, I like to use the excess concealer that's been distributed using my beauty blender onto that area and also on my cheekbones, and this just helps to contour out my face a little more, and you guys will see that in a moment. What I've learned through experience is that it's better to press into the skin on the cheekbone area rather than to drag it like you see me doing here, because it makes it more difficult to blend it after doing that. So learn from my mistakes. Just kind of press into the skin because it looks harsh and it takes longer. So yeah, just do it that way because I kind of screwed up. To fix that error, I'm just grabbing my oval brush to work on blending that out. And then I'm going to move on to the other side. So as you can see, I did not learn my lesson. I did the same thing on the opposite side, which is crazy to me, but we're going to get it together the next time. Currently, I'm just blending out my nose as well as my forehead, and then I'm going to proceed to set my highlight. The powder that I'm using to set my highlight is Black Opal Deluxe Finishing Powder, and this is in color Neutral Light. I typically use a brush in order to apply the setting powder, but for some reason today I just decided to use my beauty blender. In addition to my under eye highlight, I also like to apply it to where I applied the concealer on my cheekbones, my nose, and my forehead. So any of those areas I apply it. And I also put it on my chin. I'm not sure if I did it in this particular tutorial, but I do put it on my chin as well. Next up is contouring. This is really going to help to create an appearance of a slimmer face. To contour, I'll be using Black Opal True Foundation Stick in color Ebony Brown. It's the darkest color that they have, and that's really good for chiseling out these cheekbones. Outside the window, hummingbird, where do you go? After blending out the areas where I contoured, I like to use Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder, and this is in color dark, and I'm just going around all the areas where I applied the contour.
What can you give to me now? Can you tell my joy is gone?
Now for blush, I always use BH Cosmetics 26 color blush neutrals palette. I absolutely love the color that I use. It's actually my go-to. I use this color all the time. I not only apply this color to my cheeks, but I also put it on my chin and my forehead and on the bottom part of my nose. And this just, in my opinion, adds color back to my face. After highlighting, I like to add some glow to my skin. You guys have been saying you're glowing. Guys, it's because I added some makeup to help me glow. Just like all the other makeup that I've shown you guys in this particular video, it's very inexpensive. This is e.l.f.'s Warm Bronzer Palette, and I use the color Gold from the palette. It's a really natural and not overly dramatic glow that's achieved with this particular bronzer, and it looks so good in the sunlight. After applying the bronzer to my cheeks, I also added to my cupid's bow as well as the bridge of my nose.
I'm in a lover's domino.
Almost forgot, I also added to my forehead as well. The next step is to tackle my eyebrows. I just fill them in with a dark brown liner. It's really no particular brand that I select. I just find any dark brown that I can find in Walmart or any drugstore. I try to use light strokes as I'm applying the liner, especially near the start of my eyebrows. After I'm done with this process, I do go back in sometimes, not always, with a black liner, and I just use even lighter strokes over the areas where I really want to have a more pronounced brow. I didn't mention this earlier, but I do use a spoolie in between brow applications just to make sure everything's blended out very well. This is what my brows are looking like currently, but I'm going to refine the look more by going under my brow with Warm Honey LA Girl Pro Concealer. I do it under both brows, and then I use the extra that's left over and I apply that on the top.
I'll just leave it alone. You won't even know.
I also like to apply the concealer on my eyelids, and this helps to create a nice canvas for my eyeshadow application. Next, I just blend out the concealer that I placed on my eyelids using my beauty blender, and then I begin to apply my eyeshadow. Now for my eyeshadow, I've been very fond of the BH Cosmetics 120 palette lately, and I'm not sure exactly what edition it is, but all the colors are coming from that particular palette.
Hummingbird, where do you go? What do you mean to me now that I'm all alone? Hummingbird, stay if you want. What can you give to me now? Can you tell my joy is gone?
After my eyeshadow is complete, I like to go in with my Wet n Wild waterproof eyeliner in color black, and I like to create a wing. For mascara, I use this Superhero It Cosmetics mascara, and this really just helps to intensify the look. I did apply my lashes off camera because I have a hard time doing it while I'm filming. I also didn't show this, but I like to apply e.l.f. HD powder on my laugh lines, and this helps to reduce the crease that naturally happens because I smile a lot, guys, and you already know that. Now it's time for the fun part, my lipstick. I get asked so many times a day what lipstick I use, and I'm going to show you guys how I do it right now. So I use Gianduja Chocolate first, and then I go around my lips with BlackBerry, and this is Nicka Velveteen lipstick. And then after applying BlackBerry, I like to put my lips together, and then I use color Strawberry in the middle. I follow that up with the Gianduja Chocolate again, and then I go in with Tenacious Brown Jordana lip liner pencil. and you guys will see that process now. Now we are pretty much finished. I like to spray MAC Fix Plus as the last step. I typically fan to air dry, and we are finished. I hope that you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.